Hi, beautiful soul. Welcome to the Liberate Yourself with the Mayan podcast, in which we talk about alternative healthcare, spiritual practices to become the unlimited creator of your destiny while also healing yourself, your lineage, and other people. So, today I really want to be talking about my experiences as working in modern healthcare for over 8.5 years, both physical and mental, and how I've been seeing that the system just doesn't work. So, people are going to get a bit triggered by this because they've been like, yeah, but what about the people that it did work for and this and that? It's not that simple. So, alternative and like traditional healthcare, they both have like their perks and downs. But what I'm talking about with like traditional healthcare, a modern day healthcare, Western medicine, how you would ever like to call it, is that they're not treating the core root of the issue. They are seeing a symptom and they're reacting to the symptom, and but not looking at where does this come from. I've seen it a lot when working in psychiatry with people that are addicted, and they're just saying that that's just how they are, that's just who they are, and not looking at, maybe this is a core issue. Maybe this is also where their mental health issue comes from. Maybe this is also the cause of their physical symptoms. Because the mental plays in on the physical. When you are stressed a lot, your neck starts to hurt. You start to get headaches. You start to get troubles with your heart, troubles with sleep, which has a physical impact on you. Everything plays in on each other. So this is something that they're not looking at. A lot of times in physical healthcare, when you go to the doctor, and let's sort of say that it's almost like this with physical healthcare. They're looking and you have like this big open gushing wound. They're like, you have an open wound. That's the core issue. That's the wound. Okay, and you're bleeding. So you're saying that you have troubles because you're bleeding everywhere and that's impacting you at work because, yeah, why would you want to bleed everywhere? Okay, so we're just going to stop the bleeding. It's going to stop. Okay, nice. They do not treat the core wound. So the core wound will still be open. And then you're going to get infections because you have an open wound. So then you're going to go back and be like, hey, my symptoms now are that I have an open wound and I feel I have an infection. They're like, oh, that sucks. And we're going to give you antibiotics, but we're not going to clean or treat the core issue. And then you go back and you're like, hey, and this goes on and on and on and on. I've seen it so many times. I have given, and I feel so bad about this, I have given someone 20 pills just in the morning, 20 different kinds of medications to keep them alive, which I feel is very dehumanizing. And not only that, but it's also not treating the core issue because you're treating the symptom of the symptom of the symptom of the symptom of the symptom, not the core wound. What I've also seen so much in mental health care, and this troubles me so deeply, is that they put people in boxes so many times. I have always had different results than my colleagues because I never looked at someone has autism, so I'm going to treat them like someone that has autism. I never did that. And you know why? Because someone is a person. They are more than their labels. But when you label them and you're going to treat them like that label, they will behave like that. They will behave like that because you've already put them in the box. You've already limited them. For one of my assignments for my last internship, I was working in how do you say that, like an art store that makes art in the back and they sell it in the front, and we made art with all people, different kinds of mental health issues and mental disabilities, going from someone that cannot talk to someone that is just like a bit how do you say it, like has bipolar issues but has trouble finding working environments that work with them. So working in there, I had this beautiful young lady, which I'm not going to say the name of because I'm not allowed, but let's just call her Lisa. And Lisa had PDD-NOS, and that's a form of autism in which they do not know what kind of autism you are and what kind of spectrum you are. They just throw you on the PDD-NOS. They're just like, you have PDD-NOS. Okay, enjoy. And it was so interesting to see that I never treated her like she had that. I saw her potential. And I made one of my exercises that we were going to go around the neighborhood. We're going to clean up trash. And I let her do everything that she wanted to. I'm not going to like say that she cannot do stuff. I'm just going to see what she can do with me just being like with my presence and not being like over controlling, like, hey, watch out for this. Hey, don't do that. Hey, don't pick that up with your hands. during this exercise, during this project of cleaning up the neighborhood, and it was about like environmental, something about environmental stuff during my personal counseling study. And she was feeling so free, so liberated. She felt like she was finally understood. She felt like she wasn't underestimated. And she cleaned up the whole neighborhood. And she actually wanted to make this kind of out of her job. She loved doing like stuff with art, but she loved cleaning up neighborhoods even more. And I saw that. She loves tidiness. She loved doing clean stuff. She loved working for the environment. She loves our planet. And when I was focusing more on that, instead of like, hey, we're at this art store right now, you have to focus on art. When I took her and I just let her do her thing and not being like, hey, she's autistic, she might not understand this. Hey, she's autistic, she might not understand that. I just treated her like a human being. I just treated her like a human being, and I saw when she had difficulties, I supported her. And this is what healthcare should be about. Not being like, hey, you're bipolar, you cannot do this, I'm going to give you this medication, I'm going to give you this therapy. No. You should look at what someone can do and push them. Some people are too afraid to push people over their like boundaries because they have created boundaries for them, and they're afraid to push them over the boundaries they created for them, which is insane. Why would you never ever push someone over a boundary? Yeah, it's gonna be, maybe they have like trouble coming back, but at least you tried. At least they tried. If you're never going to push someone out of their comfort zone, they will always stay in their comfort zone. And comfort zones are fucking dangerous. They are like so dangerous. When you stay in your comfort zone the whole time of your life, you will just live in a circle. And that circle is just going to keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. I wouldn't do that. I don't want that for my clients. I do not want that for anyone, because this life is filled with opportunities and possibilities, and you can literally overcome anything. I love the story of Dr. Joe Dispenza. It's been such an inspiration to me that he healed himself for the art of his, like, using his mind, using meditation, using the power, the focus of his mind to get over being paralyzed from the waist down. He would never walk again, doctor said. If you would just look at modern day medicine, he would never have walked again. But he was like, fuck no, no. And that guy is such a revolutionary right now. He's such a revolutionist. And this is what I love about alternative healthcare. We're not looking at, hey, let's say, like they say that so many times to cancer patients, like, hey, you only have 6 months to live. Be careful with this or that. And they're only installing fear into your mind. And then your mind is going to think about everything. Your mind is such a powerful machine that when someone with authority, like a doctor, says to you, you cannot do something, you can literally not do it. This is literally how powerful you are. And this is why I love alternative healthcare. I love spiritual practices, as they're taking back the power that you are the unlimited creator of your own destiny. Why wouldn't you want that for yourself? Why would you let anyone limit what you can or cannot do? Why? My own personal journey with healing my addiction, healing being suicidal, depressed. If I would have just gone to my how do you call it, like someone that does psychology, my therapist, they would be like, yeah, Melissa has a lot of trauma, she cannot heal, she is depressed. And the only reason why I got more depressed, because I was keep on talking and getting repetitive, like going there, like, hey, how are you feeling, in between a scale of 1 to 10? And I'm like, I'm a good 3. And they're like, okay, how we can go from a 3 to a 3.5? I'm like, I do not know, that's why I'm here, sweetie. And I was not focusing on the power within, but I let someone with, I thought had more authority than me, dictate that over me. And when I realized that before I went into healthcare, I was like, I'm never gonna have that position over someone else. So when I treated my clients, and I've treated over 800 people working in mental and physical healthcare, I never limited them by saying that you are autistic, you cannot do this. You have bipolar disorder, so you cannot do this. You you have a label, so you cannot do this. I would never limit someone like people have limited me. I would never. And this is why I turned to become an alternative healthcare professional when I was 22, 2 to 3 years ago. because I thought I'm gonna do things differently. I want to help people see that this stuff actually works. Going from being an energetic therapist to now a plant medicine ceremony leader, a multidimensional coach, I want to help people actually be able to tap into the power within themselves and not make you dependent on me, but on yourself. You should always be dependent on the power within yourself, as you are so freaking powerful. You don't even know it. You don't even know how powerful you are. So the reason why I made this first video was because I'm going to be talking with different kinds of alternative healthcare professionals, ceremony leaders, people that have done stuff differently and know that this works. And I want to show you the power of plant medicine. I want to show you the power of energetic therapy. I want to show you the power of your mind, the power of your body, the power of anything that you possess within yourself. As you are so powerful and you're not even realizing it. And I'm gonna make sure that this message is received by the people who really need to receive it, because not everybody is ready to hear this. Some people are really like focused on trusting doctors on what to say about their body, about their mind, and that's super okay, because not everybody is ready to step into alternative healthcare. But there are so many practices you can do daily, weekly, monthly, that can change your life for the better in a short period of time, that it can heal you tremendously. So this is what I wanted to say. This is what I wanted to give to you. As someone who's worked in modern day healthcare for over 8.5 years, saying that it's not working because it's just symptom treatment, that it's not working because you're getting labeled and you'll be stuck to that label and you will start to leave that label, and then your identity creates your reality. I'm saying this with love, choose for yourself. Go within and find the answers that you so desperately need about the stuff that you're going through right now, because everything happens for a reason. I'm sending you all the love, care, abundance, and blessings for you, you beautiful soul. And until next time.